Hey everybody, it's Brickwaffle here, and we're back on Ark Survival Evolved on the Block Farmers server, and it's hot, yes. But that's okay, because that doesn't matter right now. What we're going to do is actually do a little bit of building today before we get started. I've been trying to figure out exactly where I want to put this, and I think this is going to work. Hopefully this does. If not, then we'll pick a different spot. But what I want to do is build a little area for breeding our dinosaurs, and I think this little island down here is going to be perfect. So I hope I can jump in here and hit the water without dying. I see there's a mega piranha down there and a turtle. Maybe I should just come down here a little bit safer way. That's not that safe, actually. Yeah, screw it. Let's see what happens. Cliff diving. Okay, perfect. Yep, I know, mega piranha. You're super annoying. Thanks. Come here. Come here, both of you. Yeah? There's one dead. Oh, hey, here's a bunch more. Good. Take that. Okay, so we're going to chop down this tree, and then I think what we want to do, I want to build an area that's maybe 4x5. This is not going to be used for taming anything like T-Rex, or breeding anything like T-Rexes. It's really just going to be something we can come down here, drop off some dinos to mate, and then let's see if we can zoom out a little bit and get a good sense of where this is going to be. Alright, so 4x5, I think we can do that. I think if we start kind of in the middle here, that's going to be our best bet. We don't want it to be right in the middle. Maybe like that. I think that's going to be perfect. So 1, 2, 3, and which way would be better? That side or this side? I'm not sure yet. Let's come back a little bit. 1, 2, 3. Actually, that's 4 now, isn't it? Can't do a 5th one. Can we fill in this gap here, though? Nope, 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 nope. That's not what I wanted. Alright, so 1, 2, and I can't quite place that one. I'd have to use a ceiling. That's really frustrating. I probably ought to start with thatch when I do these sort of projects, just because Ark is really finicky about where you can place things. Let's see about getting this side. Maybe I can do it over here. That one I can't do. That one I can't do. So what would I need? 1, 2, 3 ceilings, and then I would have a 4x4. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4 by 3, 4. Can I go one more this in either direction here? Can't go that far. Can I go this way? If I took out these, if I took out these boulders, I probably could. Let's see if I can do that. Oop, get off the rock. One, 2, 3. And that one's going to need to be it. So I think I'm going to need 4 ceilings to be able to finish that out. And I'll have to bring in... Yeah, that's going to be a little bit tricky. I think if I do the trick with the ceilings, I might be able to put the foundation under it. So I'm going to try that out. And then I'll be back when I've got this little foundation area done. And I don't really care about the reeds sticking up. I don't really care about this sticking out into the water at all. And it might not have to be exactly square, but I'm going to do what I can, and I'll be right back. Alright, so it turns out we actually can't do the trick with putting the foundations under the ceilings, but that's alright. It doesn't really matter. It just means that we won't have quite the same aesthetic building that we wanted here. The important thing, though, is that, nope, not that we land in the water, but that we have all the materials here to close this off. Why will you not land on this thing, please? Space means land. No? Okay. Well, land over here and walk onto it then. Alright, so we got Chinook, he's carrying some of our materials, and we've also got Hellfire here, and she needs to calm down. She can land here at some point, and let's see what we've got here. Now we've got 54 walls, and that means that if I did my math right, we should be able to go up 3 high all the way around. Oop, ugh, no, not, well, that's okay. We had room for 1 extra one because of the door frame. Let's be careful placing these. Okay. And again, this is not something I'm going to try and walk big dinos into. If it can't be carried by an RG now and a Quetz eventually, then I'm not interested in putting it in this breeding area. I'll just do something different. Like I said, if we ever get a mated pair of T-Rexes and want to breed them or something like that, that will not go in here. Alright, so let's do another layer all the way around. So this is 4 and 4 on the short ends, that's 8, 5 and 5 is 10, so that's 18. So if we have 18 left and we get all the way around this edge, we know we can go up to the 3rd layer. And it looks like perfect. I did my math right, hooray! So we got something, this is nice and tall, nothing's gonna get out of here, even if we bring in like a kangaroo, at some point to breed in here. We could use this for taming as well. You know, we could drop stuff off in here and tame it. If it's passive, we can use the big pen, although we might as well use this now. But anything that we can carry, this will be a taming and breeding pen. Now it's a little bit It's a little bit big for some of the breeding, but I think this is going to work okay. So let's see if we can get Hellfire to be back in here. Can you figure it out, or am I going to have to go out there and get you? Looks like you can't figure it out. Okay. So we're going to go get Hellfire and bring her in here, and we're going to give this thing a shot right off the bat. Okay. Oh, you've leveled up. What do we want to put on you? We're going to keep working on... Let's get your health up to 2,000. Okay. Can we... No? There it goes. Let's land you in here. And I think that this is going to be close enough that they can't wander far enough away to not be mating. Alright, so they're mate boosted pair, and let's enable wandering. And, enable wandering, and now we get the mating hearts. Fantastic. Mating progress, not too bad. So I'm going to hang out here until they're done mating, and I'll be right back. Alright, this actually isn't taking very long at all. I think it's going to happen any second now. They seem to be enjoying each other's company. And there it is. Fertilized Argentavis egg, and it is too hot out here. Now, if I recall correctly from the website, from the wiki, they need to be between 54 and 56 Fahrenheit, I think. So we're going to need to put this down with an air conditioner or take it somewhere a little bit cooler in order to do that. And we'll see. I don't remember exactly how much the insulation an air conditioner provides, but we're going to find that out here in just a moment. If we can't fertilize it most of the way up in here, we will go find another place. Or, whoa, bunch of raptors out there. Or we could potentially just build some more air conditioners as well. That is certainly an option. Oh, hey, Hellfire. There you go. Over here. Hey, over here, please. Alright, no, why? Oh, that's right, because I never turned off enable wandering. Whoops. Okay, so let's disable wandering. Then we're going to park you. Right here. And then with Chinook, we're going to disable your wandering. And then we're going to park you over here as well. Whoop. Whoop. Nope. They do not maneuver very well on the ground, that's for sure. Alrighty. Now, one thing you should notice, if I can get out from under here, I'm going to get those eggs, is that the fertilized eggs, they just kind of stay there. They got like 7 days on them. They're not going to lose too much health out here when they're in your inventory. It's really only when they're out in the wild that it can be problematic. No, don't open that as inventory. Let's get the poop now too. And let's see how we're going to do on incubation. So all this poop goes on that... No, not that. All this poop goes on that guy. We're going to give him some more weight so he can keep carrying more of it. And then let's check in here. Alright. So that's our air conditioner, and it is based on proximity. So let's see if we drop this here. Still too hot. Alright, so I'm going to see about making up... Let's put those in there. Another air conditioner, and I will be right back. Alright, so we got a couple more air conditioners built. It looks like that's going to be the easiest thing, and I know you can't really see it from here, so let's just climb up this little ladder. Come on, climb up the ladder. No? Wooden ladder. Okay, it was working a second ago. Now I can't climb up the ladder. I might have to put that... I think that might be on the underside. Yep, I put it on backwards. Okay, so we'll fix that in a second. Let's see if I can see this. Can you see that at all? Yeah, you probably can't see that. It is incubating. Let's go ahead and break this ladder, and I'll build it again. I originally had it on the front, and that was fine, and then I moved it over to the side when I moved the cooking pot over here, because I thought it'd be better on the side. But I'm going to need to grab a little bit more, what was it, wood and thatch and fiber. Let's just grab wood, thatch, fiber, that's plenty. Craftables, ladders, ladders, craft one of those. And then get rid of that. Boop, 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 and drop this guy on here. Let's see if I can get this on the correct way. So that was underneath it. That must be outside. Now can I climb on? Yes. Awesome. So right in here, incubating, you can see that. It's actually working pretty well. And it's actually going really quickly. That's going very, very well. You can see that it's dropping the egg incubation, and when that reaches all the way to the bottom, and then it's going to be all said and done. So what I want to do is I want to get this most of the way for Androcles, and then we're going to drop that off for him so he can hatch and raise his own RG. And we'll give him a little instruction on how to do that. But we can it's really nice we can see the parent's original level. So 137 and 143. This should be a pretty high level RG, and as long as he's got meat to feed it when it first hatches, shouldn't be any problem. And I think we can bring him enough meat as well. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to leave this alone, and I'm going to go grab some meat on the T-Rex. And I think we're going to be good for a little bit to do that. Shouldn't need anything in here, but we don't want it to actually hatch without us around. So hopefully we won't be out for too long. I can calculate how much time would be. I can just watch, but I think it's going to be easy enough to go get some meat and then come back when it's ready to hatch. So let's see how Rexy's doing in here. Hey Rexy, how's it going? Oh, okay. Yep, okay, yes, stop. Stop running into Lego. Man, I actually got it that time. Now, can we go fishing? T-Rexes, I don't know if you guys know this or not, T-Rexes are excellent fishermen, excellent anglers, if you can get them to find some fish. Well, it's nice and clear. We're not seeing a whole lot out here. Oh, hey, there's a Sarco. That kind of counts as like fishing, right? There's a coelacanth in the water there. There we go. A little extra meat. Hey, Sarco, how's it going? It's not going well for you? Is that what you were saying? I got a big old AoE attack, so I'm not really concerned that you're under my feet. I mean, I'm a little concerned just because it looks strange. Looks like you're biting me in the legs. There's nothing I can do about it. But pretty soon you're going to die. And that's okay. You must be a high-level Sarco. Yeah, 88. Look at that. Got some prime, too. We might actually cook up the prime. But, I mean, check that out already, right? There's just a tremendous amount of food. Okay. So I'm going to keep doing this for a little bit, and then I'm going to check back on the egg. And I'll be back with you guys in just a minute. Alright, so we are up at Bohemia here, and you can see that some things have happened since the last time we visited this. They've got a nice spike wall out there. Androcles is out here with his rifle, kind of keeping an eye on things. And it looks like, if we take a peek over this way, that there's a good reason for that. Let's see, not that one. This one with the scope on it. You guys, okay, there's a sign. But there was a Carno out here a minute ago, he said. So we're going to keep our eyes open. We don't want to get attacked while we're doing this.
I hope he went up into the woods.
Yeah, I hope so too. But let's go ahead and use our spyglass and take a look here. This is a cool looking boat, dude. You were just telling me about this on my flight over here. I really like that.
It's the Brositania.
So hopefully it doesn't get sunk by Germans.
Yeah.
I do like that you kept the sail and somehow worked that into it. It's pretty cool.
It's actually a flag.
Oh, is it a flag? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, even better. So now you can paint that up.
Yeah, we had to put the sail down, but we put the flag on top of the table there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Cool. So I brought you some things. I know you were struggling to get an Argentavis. You were telling me all about that. Let's put this away, and we're going to fly over towards your house a little bit. Sounded like you had tamed one, and then it died on the way back, and then you died, and you tamed another one, and then died some more. Lots of things like that were happening. So I thought I would introduce you to a new mechanic in Ark. So I have a gift for you here.
Sweet. But yes, it's been a morning.
Yeah. All right. So check this out. Boop.
What is that? A fertilized egg?
Yes. So if you keep that between 54 and 56 Fahrenheit for about 15 more minutes, it will hatch. And you will have an RG that is the product of a level 137 and a 143.
Dang.
And you will get some stats from both of them.
Where do I stick the egg to keep it fertile? I mean, just anywhere?
Out here, it's 61 degrees, so it's a little warm. You might need to be able to, you might have to make an air conditioner to get it exactly the right temperature, or fly around and kind of get precisely the right temperature. Otherwise, it will say too hot, too cold, whatever. But you can put it in a preserving bin. As long as you keep it with spark powder, it'll just pause the fertilization until you have a chance to do that.
So is there like a timer on it though? Like if I'm...
There is. So if you see it'll decay in like a week or something like that.
Oh yeah, okay.
And then if you put it down on the ground right now, it would start losing egg health because it's too warm. But it takes a long time to actually kill the egg that way.
Okay.
So I also brought you something else. I'm not sure where you want me to put all this stuff, so I'm just gonna dump it out here and you can decide what to do with it.
Okay.
How about this?
Holy.
And some of that, there's 30 cooked prime meat in there too.
Where did you get all the paper and rope?
I don't know. Doesn't all your meat come already wrapped in butcher paper?
Right off the dinosaur.
Yep. Babies eat a ton of food.
Oh.
So I would recommend checking out the wiki, but the gist of it is when the baby hatches, you have to hand feed it for a little while. And it'll only be able to hold like 4 or 5 meat, and you're just going to have to babysit it and hand feed it every few seconds.
Okay, how long?
For probably 20 minutes or so.
It's not terrible.
And then when it gets to be a juvenile, its name will change from baby to juvenile. Then it can eat out of a trough, or it can hold more meat and that sort of thing, and it'll grow up on its own over time. But if you want it when it hatches, you got to imprint on it right away. It's kind of like claiming an unclaimed dino. So you just, as soon as it hatches, you can hit E on it, claim it, give it a name. Then you hand feed it for about 20 minutes, and that's only because our speed is turned up on this server. And then you can just kind of give it near a feeding trough. You can put a bunch of meat in its inventory, whatever you want. It'll just grow up over the course of a few hours.
Gotcha.
And that way you can do that in relative safety. Now, like I said, if you're not ready for gasoline engines and air conditioners and all that stuff yet, that's cool. You just need to find a place that is 54 to 56 Fahrenheit. And you know about checking the exact temperature by holding H?
Yes.
Okay. So you can find that. You can also go colder than that and build fires nearby. That will also work. So if you find some place that's like 46 degrees, maybe near a mountain or something like that, you can do that as well.
I'm gonna check. Sometimes it gets a little chillier this way.
Do you have some meat with you in case you hatch it over there?
Oh no, that's a smart idea.
Yeah. You don't need the prime. I just figured I'd bring it since I was bringing all the other meat.
Super tasty.
It is super tasty. And I thought about just inviting you over and using my air conditioners where I was incubating it to finish hatching it, but I thought maybe you'd want to find a place out here where you can raise RGs.
Yeah. So what's the temperature between what and what?
54 and 56.
Wow, that's very specific.
It's very specific, yeah, which is why air conditioners and things help a lot.
It's just getting hotter today, unfortunately.
Yeah.
What about in the water?
I don't know if that makes any difference or not. It has to be on the ground, but you could try putting it kind of just on the edge of the water. I don't know if that works or not.
Well, I mean, when you go in the water, well, I guess it doesn't really change the temperature. It just makes you cold.
Yeah, but it might, because like air conditioners don't change the temperature either, but they count its insulation and that works.
Ah.
So you could try dropping it in the pool here.
So how will I be able to tell if it's working?
When you mouse over it, it'll say too hot, too cold, or incubating.
Gotcha. Just drop it?
Yep.
Let's see, it says...
Too hot.
Where does it say too hot?
Kind of down at the bottom. Further.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's 69 over here. It's actually warmer down here than it was at your base. You could also try just putting it out at night, because the temperature does drop with the day-night cycle.
I think it changes too quickly, though. I don't know, because it's got to be 15 minutes.
Yeah, I sat for most of that timer, because when the yellow bar at the top, the incubating timer, when that runs out, so when there's nothing left, that's when it hatches. So I sat there with my air conditioner for most of that time. You're also welcome to come back to my base and hatch it over there if you want.
Yeah, let's just do that.
Okay. So we'll head back over there, and I'll be back with you guys in a little bit. Alright, so it's raining, and I have a scorpion in my claws, so it's a little bit of a jump from the last cut. In fact, it's been about a day. I was flying back to my base, and Androcles was going to meet me there and hatch the egg, but turns out we had some company come over, and he had to log off anyway. So we don't have that clip here. We didn't manage to record that, but my understanding is that he did manage to hatch that RG, and we're going to go take a look at that at some point. Probably not this episode, but it sounds like that was successful for him, and now he's got one. So the reason I have a scorpion, and I'm flying out here, and I apologize if my voice sounds a little deeper than it did in the last clip. It's a little earlier in the morning than I usually record. But we're going to fly out and try to find a Quetzal. So I read online about ways you can solo tame a Quetzal. And one of them, in theory, was to get a Quetzal egg and just follow one around until it drops one, and then try to grab it and hope it aggroes you because you grabbed its egg. And then try to trap it somewhere. You know, I did a little experimenting in a single-player world, and that doesn't seem to work, but that may be because I spawned in the Quetzal egg in the single-player world to test it. Either way, I think even if it does work, it could take forever to follow one around and hope it just lays an egg. So I also read that you can have a scorpion set on aggressive, and then follow a Quetzal around and let the scorpion sting it, and that will take it down with torpor as well. So that's what we're going to do now. I'm going to fly around out here. This is where I saw one last time, was out on this little hill, this little spot of land here. But between here and the volcano is usually pretty decent. So I'm going to keep flying around looking for a Quetzal, and we're going to see if that works, and we'll do that together on camera, give that a nice test. So I'll be back with you guys when I've got a Quetzal on my sights. And that's right now. I just hit pause, and then I look down here, and there's a Quetzal. So let's keep doing that. Let's see what level it is. It's a 54 female Quetzal. That's pretty good. Okay, so let's see how Pinchy does. I'm doing okay on stamina, but I don't really want to sprint unless I have to, because once she starts going... You know, in fact... Oh, no, I don't want to land with this on aggressive. We're just going to have to see if this works, and then maybe we might have to land and try and find it again later. Let's give it a shot. I really don't know how many stings it will take. I know Quetzals have a lot of health and a lot of torpor. I assume that this will work better than just trying to trank it, but you know, it's something we can do on our own, which is the important part. All right, will you do it, Pinchy? Ooh, it will. Oh, but now I've got to try to catch it. And it is wanting to get away from me, big time. Oh, it's fast. I'm going to have to get a bird with higher speed, I think. Why aren't you stinging again? I really want to get it stuck. I know you can sometimes get the Quetzal stuck. Oh, man, yeah. This might work. I'm going to keep doing this, and we'll see if we can get her unconscious at some point, but I don't know that this is going to be that exciting to watch. We're going to do... Well, I'll spend a little bit more time with you guys on this, but I don't want to bore you. If it's going to be a lot of flying around and then one sting and then a lot of trying to catch up and one sting, that might not be the best thing to watch. So we'll kind of play it by ear. Or I guess I should say we'll wing it. Oh, yeah. Insert groan here. Why are you not stinging anymore, Pinchy? Sting her. Sting her. That's your job. Whoa, what? Oh, rubber banding? Were we not where we thought we were? Okay, you guys saw this working a second ago. Why isn't it working now? That's very weird. Pinchy. There it goes. There it goes. Okay, so this is definitely going to take a while. I'm going to try to do this for a little bit. I'm probably going to have to land and then, you know, get my stamina back and do this again. But I will see if it works, and I'll be back in a little bit. All right, this seems to be interesting as well. Looks like I can potentially force them to land by flying just over them and kind of pushing down on them. Or maybe not. That was working well. Maybe it was just coincidence there. But it felt like I was able to kind of push her towards the ground. That would have been much easier. If you could force a Quetzal to land, you could kind of trap it. But yeah, I think this is just going to be too much time in between stings for this to really be effective. And with the times I'm going to have to stop and land and get my... Whoop, sorry about that. With the times I'm going to have to stop and land and get my stamina back, I just don't see this being very, very useful or very effective. So I think we're going to say that doesn't work either. I mean, it could work if you had a high-level scorpion. Don't get me wrong. The method is definitely technically possible. I just don't think it's going to work for us. Okay, so our quest for a Quetzal continues, and we'll have to probably get some help from some of the other block farmers to get one of these things down at some point. Alright, so we are approaching the cave here, and we've got Sabretooth in tow, so I'm sure you guys can guess what I'm going to do next. And that's going to be to get some chitin here. So let's drop Greymane off. Maybe right down here somewhere. That's going to look good. And we want to put Chinook somewhere pretty safe. I think that's going to do it. I don't want Chinook to die. Ooh. Ow. I don't want Chinook to die. I really didn't want to jump that far off yet either. Whoa. That was weird. A little bit of rubber banding there. Because we need to get a few things off of Chinook here, we need to swap out our armor. So let's get all those things, and then let's do this. 3, 4, 5. That's awesome. And let's drop all of the metal pieces, which we need to repair at some point, back on Chinook. No, not transfer all. Drop. Okay, and Chinook, you are going to be on neutral, just in case something attacks you. I don't think it will, but I'd hate to come back out and have him be dead. Actually, I'm going to gam up a little bit for you guys. That's probably better. So, yeah, we want to get some chitin today, and I think that's going to be how we're going to wrap this up, is taking Greymane in here. Now, 157, we're going to have to keep an eye on his health. Ooh. Oh, is it foggy in the cave? We're going to have to keep an eye on his health anyway. We're not here for a dung beetle this time. We are here for chitin, and let's see how we do with the onyx and whatnot, too. Hey, guy. What level are you? Level 60. Okay, this is a good test. Not taking too much damage. That's good. It's kind of hard to hit them, though. Let's try to get into a little narrow area. No? Man, these onyx are tough these days. That's a real pain, actually. There we go. Alright, and then we're going to force feed you a little bit and heal you back up. And we are going to work on his health as we go in here. So probably just do a lot of this kind of feeding, drop that stuff. And when we get a little further in where we can get some actual chitin, that will be very helpful. So I think I want to get him to 2,000 health at least. Probably better off to get him to 3,000, and then I really need his melee damage up as well. So we'll probably go back and forth. Maybe 2,000 health, then we'll get some melee damage, then we'll work on his health again, and that sort of thing. Hey, Snake. How's it going, buddy? Oh, yeah, you're no threat. You're just meat. That's good. There are some things that drop chitin, like that. Ooh, a bunch of things that drop chitin. Yeah, okay. Ooh. Ooh, this is getting very packed very quick. Let's just keep backing up and attacking. Keeping an eye on his torpor, too. A mate-boosted scorpion. Not anymore, she's far enough away. Yeah, there we go. 49 chitin off of that, not bad at all. Oop, whoop. Can we get unstuck? Thank you. How's this stuff going? Yeah, and she's good health. Awesome. Alright, and let's get the scorpion over here and a dung beetle. It's a shame to kill the dung beetle, I know. But that's chitin for us. Whoop. Come on. Doing alright? Yeah, you're doing alright. And that is dumb onyx, man. I hate these bats. I'm gonna kill this bat. Man, apparently eat him in midair. That's how we roll. Alright, let's get that health up to 2,000, which is a little bit more, and let's just keep using these, heal you up. That's gonna be pretty good. Oof. Okay, his body went flying. Let's go ahead and get... There we go, we're over 2,000 health. Let's use up a bunch more of this meat. And I think it's time for us to get out of here. I don't think we're going to be able to quite get down to the bottom and get that artifact this time. That's okay. We really were just here for the chitin. It was just kind of a... Let's see if we could get all the way down there. Can we be ambitious? But I really don't want to lose Greymane at this point. He's our good chitin cat. So we're going to force feed him some. Get him all the way healed back up. And get out of here. Cool. Oop. Can we not? Okay. What? Why are we keep getting stuck? Alright. And we're going to get out and see how Chinook is doing out here. Hopefully Chinook is doing alright. Okay, Chinook has apparently left. So something attacked it, and I don't know where it is. I didn't get a death message for Chinook, and I keep getting more combat messages. So I assume he's around here somewhere. Oh, there he is. Come here, Chinook. What are you doing? You're supposed to be on neutral, not aggressive. What are you doing, man? You doing alright? Oh, you're doing fine. You're doing just fine. Okay, so Chinook, let's set you back to passive. And Greymane, we are going to keep all of this stuff, but let's see what we got here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 812 chitin. I think that's fine. I think we're going to keep that and call that a good day. Maybe we can grab Greymane. Please turn around. There we go. And Greymane got 3 levels in there, which isn't bad at all. For 157 and 160 and not much time. But I think we're going to call it there for today. So hopefully you guys did like this video. If you did, please be sure to hit that like button. If you really enjoyed it, then please subscribe. And as always, I've been Brickwaffle. Thank you for watching.